Whew. Hey Cardo, music on. Hey Cardo, next track. Yeah, I can. So if you can hear me pretty good, I have a little trouble now that I'm moving. I have a little trouble hearing you, but that's understandable. How was what? Oh, good, good. It's a little warmer today. We're gonna go down south through Gateway Canyons towards this place called Mexican Hat. It's like this big rock formation. If you Google it, you'll see it. But the roads are pretty awesome, supposedly. So, hey Cardo, music off. Guys, what's happening? If you are here, it's because you are researching what kind of audio communicator system, I don't know if that's the correct terminology, that you can use in a helmet. Maybe to talk rider to rider, maybe to talk rider to passenger, maybe to listen to some music, maybe to make some phone calls. Well, I'm here to give you a little real world experience while we cruise here. Maybe we're gonna pass this guy. Oh, let's do it. Little right hand throttle. Oh, thanks for breaking. Little real world experience, a little bit of some, well, actually a lot of some downsides to the Cardo system of the PackTalk Slim, and kind of what I like and don't like. And this is going to help you make your decision, I hope. So first thing you need to understand is that Eric, who's right in front of me, has a PackTalk Slim, and we used it for our first few days. Excellent to communicate rider to rider. Excellent. The downside is his came broken from the factory. So you're wondering, how did we talk if this was broken? Well, let me tell you. If you just look for PackTalk Slim broken charging port or whatever, is a known issue, and that's what happened to him. He got his system, the inside the PackTalk itself, there's like a little piece that came disconnected, and now his unit is rendered useless because it will not charge. So Cardo, you knew about this. Shame on you. You should have fixed it. Good news is he's going to take it back to the superstore, motorcycle superstore he got it from. They're going to exchange it for him, which is okay, but it doesn't help us on our current trip, right? So, you know, that sucks. I don't know why some systems are like that and some don't have that issue. Mine did not have that issue. So just be aware that that is a known issue, and you know, it could happen. Maybe they fixed them all. Apparently they haven't, because it happened to Eric's. So besides that, the other sort of downside, real world application to using this is being able to push buttons while you ride. Okay, so if you have just, you know, normal size hands and gloves, good luck trying to press whatever button you need on the side of your helmet while you're going 70 miles an hour. Not going to happen, at least safely. And you're not going to be able to feel, even though they got ridges on this thing, you're not going to be able to feel it. All right, now in town type stuff, slower riding, maybe you're at a stoplight, you can look in your mirror, put your hand where it needs to be, and press what you need to press. That's how I've had to do it, just experimenting with it a few times. But fortunately, the voice commands work pretty well. All right, so let's get to sort of three things that I like, or that I want to discuss about it. Number one is DMC, that's Delta Mike Charlie, intercom mode. I use my phone to switch to DMC intercom mode, although you can press the buttons on the side of the helmet. And that's what Eric and I used for the first few days of riding. That intercom mode is awesome. So he was a couple times we got separated. He was probably 300, 400 yards ahead of me. We could still talk. And now by talk, let's set some expectations when it comes to intercom mode, expectations when it comes to listening to music, making calls. Look, I'm doing 79 right now. Try making a phone call in your car with the windows down going 80 miles an hour over your Bluetooth. Try listening to music in your car with all the windows down going 80 miles an hour. It's going to be tough to hear. So I did see some reviews on this system where people are complaining about the speakers. I mean, come on, guys. I'm not trying to have long conversations or all that stuff. I mean, I'm exposed on a motorcycle going 80 with a helmet and the wind hitting me in the face. I mean, you're not going to have Bose surround sound experience, at least from a $250-some system. Just not going to happen. So if you're complaining about that, I just can't relate, all right? So, but back to the intercom. It works really well to communicate. Hey, let's stop here. Hey, watch out, there's a cop. Hey, let's pull over. Or when you pull up, you don't have to flip your visor up, excuse me, and yell at each other. You know, hey, do you want to go here to eat or whatever? You don't have to do any of that. It just makes it's a fantastic experience rider to rider. And I would imagine, and you could connect to other riders, I would imagine it makes a group ride, say with 4 or 5 people, even better. So intercom mode to me is number one. That when it works, say when Eric's system isn't broken, I would say number one for me. Perfect. I love it. All right. Number 2 and 3 would be making calls and also listening to music. So let's address making calls. I don't make calls on this thing. Why would I want to be on the phone? Okay. If you're thinking you're going to buy this because, hey, I commute on my motorcycle and I'm going to talk to customers or clients, yeah, good luck. Okay. So maybe if you're in town and you do some in-town riding only, I don't know. But I have made a few calls just to test it out, and even at say 30 to 40 miles an hour, it's tough for me to hear somebody that's speaking at a normal volume. They can hear me, it's tough for me to hear them. And plus, I just don't want to be, you know, on the phone, so to speak, well, really, on the phone while I'm riding. I just don't. So making calls is not a huge factor to me. The other one is listening to music. I also don't listen to too much music. Now, if I am in town, which I don't like to do in town riding, but say I'm doing 20 to 30 miles an hour slowly, stoplight to stoplight or what have you, look, I mean, you could turn some music on, and the voice commands do work great for that. You know, you say, hey Cardo, and you give it the command, you can turn the music on, turn it off, forward track, previous track, all that stuff, and you know, you get some reasonable volume out of it. You can listen to it. It doesn't sound like it's a, you know, a million miles away. Now at 80 miles an hour, forget about it. You're not listening to music. Which, if you're doing 80 and you're hitting the twisties, I don't know why you would want to listen to music anyway. So pretty much sort of the real world from this last trip, real world experience. First things first, his system is broken. He's going to get it replaced. Just be aware of that. It came broken from the factory. It never charged. He just used the factory charge on it, and that's what we were able to communicate with until it died. Now it's over. So just be aware that's out there. Once you get past that, you do have trying to actuate the buttons on the side of your helmet while you're riding. Forget about it. It's so tough, especially with this. You're not going to be able to feel what you're pressing, and you know they do make ridges on this and all. No, just don't even do it. It's I don't know. It's bogus. Okay. Now again, if you're a slow speed or a stoplight, you want to look in the mirror, place your thumb where it needs to go, and press something. All right. So once you get past that, I would say primary use for this, amazing use for this, would be the intercom system between riders. It just makes the riding experience, especially over several days, especially with another rider, so much better to communicate when you need to. Now we'll go, you know, 20 minutes without talking, but if he's like, hey, you want to pull over here or whatever, it just makes it so much better. So much better. I can't emphasize that enough. Now, phone calls, recapping, if that's your kind of thing, I guess you could try it. You're probably not going to like it, okay? Same with listening to music, only at slower speeds. Overall, though, for less than $300, I mean, what do you expect? Okay, so what do you expect? If I had to put a thumbs up or thumbs down, I do recommend it if you're going to use it for the intercom mode, okay? And I know that I did make other videos just kind of looking over it, dabbling with it, but this is sort of, like I said, the real world test phase, and for intercom mode, it's awesome. So there you have it, guys. Thank you for watching. Hope you've enjoyed this beautiful scenery. We're heading back to the hotel now. Buzzed down through Gateway and a bunch of other stuff. It was an awesome ride today. So as you can see, I got a lot of bugs here. I got them on my windscreen. Hey, that's what it is. So, all right. If you're interested in the system and you want to ask some more questions, please leave it down in the comments section. Otherwise, talk to you soon. See you on the next one.